I guess I have to ask. Let me ask the question again.
Okay.
Um, what what memories do you have of Willie Big Eye Smith?
Well, the last memory I had, we did awards, and the album that we did together, we did a trio, and we tried to do different stuff. At the time, the album was a little bit too provocative because it was without a bass player, a lot of musical stuff, and it was one of the first ones Big Eye Willie Smith played harmonica on, and it was where the last album that or CD that he wasn't going to play drums anymore, and it was also an album that Pine Top wanted to do other stuff because I had asked him to do a after midnight, and he said no, he does it every night. And so we were trying to do different jazz food, different stuff, and it worked. It worked. It worked from one point. It was not what you would commonly hear him do, and he liked it, but the producers didn't like it. So now, after they're, I don't know, gone, they're gonna put it out. So it'll be a trio album. Me, Pine Top Perkins, and Big Eye Willie Smith.
Wow. Was it by design that it didn't have a bass, or was it just an accident?
Well, you know what? It was supposed to have a rock bass player, some guy up in Maine.
Yeah.
But we started doing trio jamming. Everybody liked it, and by the time we got through like the fourth song,
Yeah.
they just kept going. So I don't know if they're going to add a bass player because it was a female bass player there called oh man, I can't think of the bass player's name. Lake Larson. Lake Larson.
Okay.
And we just started doing it with the trios, and we didn't put a bass player, so I don't know if they're going to add it to it. But it's just a trio album.
Wow.
So we see how that goes.
Now Pine Top left us, fairly recently, a few months back. What kind of memories do you have of him? And
Just of us jamming and playing. It's so many memories. I can get them jumbled up, man. It was so the best and nicest one is all of us jamming without even thinking the thoughts, just playing. And then, like I say, we actually got in the studio. We had ideas, sheeted ideas, but some of that we just looked at each other and just literally started playing, which I was really afraid of because it was not the norm, and I didn't know if the promoters would like it, which they didn't at the time because they had a cookie cutter idea of Pine Top and everything. But I tell you, I liked it because Pine Top wanted to do something different and stuff. So that was kind of, to me, it was fun. It was I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere because we have rules and regulations even to sound. But it was good to try something new, and now it's going to be released, so it'll be new.
Wow.
Funny thing, it's new and it's 10 years old.
Well, if no one's ever heard it, then it's new.
Yeah, so it's new.
I mean, the public hasn't heard it. I was wondering also, you mentioned projects you have, you're going to do with yourself or by your, on your own.
Well, I've got
I want to know about are you going to do anything with your dad? I mean, anything coming up with him?
We got the acoustic album. We're going to do a saxophone album with different saxophones, with over 5 or 6 saxophone players sitting in with us.
What?
At the same time, yeah.
Wow.
They're working on it now.
Cool.
They got some blueprints of it, and it's halfway together.
Uh-huh.
And it'll be, I guess, Eddie Shaw's Super Session sax thing.
Wow.
And some of it's finished. Some of it's actually finished, and some of it's going to be so big, it won't be just one CD. It'll be 2. We finished maybe 8 cuts already with different saxophone players.
Wow.
I think I can even tell you with
Yeah, also.
one is with Sax Gordon.
Okay.
The other one is with a girl saxophone player up in Maine.
We're like fanatics.
I can't think of her name. She's on it. Then we're going to get some saxophone from players from Texas. And that's kind of how we're doing it.
Wow.
And that one's already finished and stuff.
Wow, what an album. That's
Yeah.
I guess they're not all going to all be playing at the same time, are
Well,
they?
no, they're gonna do section playing, trio playing, and then he's got an album coming out with the jazz great Vann Freeman.
Right.
So that's kind of cool because it's one of those Blues legend meets
Jazz legends.
jazz legend, so that'll be good.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you: who are some of your influences on guitar? Who are some of the people who you?
Only one, that's Magic Sam. Magic Sam was it for me. Magic Sam. Magic Sam was what everything I listened to. Everything. He was the guy that showed me how to play, and he didn't show me. He just he played, had fun, and I looked at his hands.
Wow.
Boom.
So you actually spent a lot of time with him?
Sam was one of my babysitters. Well, you got to remember Sam and my father had a rehearsal spot along with about 14 musicians. Just as older guys get away from their wives by going to McDonald's, these guys got together at the practice place when there was no practice, and their excuse for what they told their wives was they were there babysitting me.
Oh, so,
And it was almost past the van around.
wow. So you would be there and they'd be playing?
I would be there playing and rehearsing, while 5 of them there, and the other 5 were at the racetrack.
Oh, shit.
That's the way it was. I was everybody's a scapegoat, so it worked out good like that.
Wow. Wow, that's incredible. That's sort of like Stevie Wonder and the Funk Brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The same thing.
Wow, that's incredible. Who else was in that crew besides Magic Sam?
Magic Sam, Freddie King.
Freddie King?
Yeah, all of them hung out together. It was like, I remember it was a different time.
Yeah.
Nobody was a big star. Everybody was a
regular
tune
folks.
Hideaway
Yeah.
isn't really a Freddie King tune. It's really a Magic Sam tune that
Right.
Sam gave to Freddie to play because he needed a filler on his album. They were that tight and thought the music was fun. Just
Wow.
think, he gave him a million sellers.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's an
Yeah.
incredible story, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
People don't know that. Hideaway is not really a Freddie King composition. It's a Magic Sam composition in all reality.
Wow. That's incredible, man. Listen, thanks. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
All
got
right.
it. But,